the missing Targaryen from House of the Dragon, who will have a major impact on Season 3. Good day, lords, ladies, and everyone who secretly believes they would do a better job running Westeros than the entire Targaryen family tree combined. Today on Westeros' throne, we are diving straight into one of the strangest absences in House of the Dragon, and why this one missing Targaryen might end up being the most important explosive piece of Season 3. Before we descend into the fire, the blood, and the questionable royal decision-making, make sure you subscribe and click the notifications bell icon so you never miss a single update. Trust me, you do not want to be the person who finds out major Targaryen news secondhand. Let's get right to it. If you have been watching House of the Dragon so far, you may have noticed something odd. For a family that reproduces faster than they stop listening to their advisors, one major Targaryen has been conspicuously absent. Daeron Targaryen, the fourth child of King Viserys and Queen Alicent. Yes, fourth. The show has given us Aegon the "please do not give that man a sword" the second, Aemon the "I promise my eye patch is not a personality trait," and Helaena the dreamer who always looks like she is one prophecy away from snapping. But where is Daeron? Why is he missing? Why is he not at the Red Keep causing chaos like every other royal teenager? And more importantly, why does everyone who knows the books keep whispering about him like he is a nuclear threat waiting to detonate? Let's start with the obvious question. Why has the show avoided showing him? Production has practically confirmed he exists. Writers have mentioned him. George R.R. Martin name-dropped him. So this is not a forgotten child situation. This is not a sitcom where the baby disappears between seasons and nobody talks about it. This is intentional. In the story, Daeron is fostered in Old Town with House Hightower, which is basically the medieval equivalent of shipping your child off to private school, so he does not witness the family drama back home. And thank goodness for that, because drama is currently the Targaryen family brand. They do not even sell merch. The drama is the merch. But the show has not even mentioned him by name. Not a word. And that silence is loud. It is almost like the writers are saving him as a strategic reveal. And if that is the case, Season 3 is exactly when his presence becomes impossible to ignore. Because once the Dance of the Dragons intensifies, Daeron does not simply show up. He changes the entire temperature of the war. He steps in like a quiet kid who spent his whole childhood observing, learning, and practicing restraint, only to enter adulthood with the battlefield instincts of a seasoned commander. That is the unsettling thing about Daeron. He is the child nobody sees coming until it is too late. Here is why he matters. Most Targaryens are walking disasters wrapped in dragon-riding privilege, but Daeron is the exception. He is loyal, smart, composed, and terrifyingly capable. He is the only one of Alicent's kids who did not inherit the family's trademark impulsiveness. Aegon makes impulsive royal decisions the way most people breathe. Aemon is a storm wearing human clothing. Helaena is sweet, but mentally 10 miles ahead of everyone else. Then there is Daeron, who shows up with a dragon named Targaryen and the kind of military discipline the Greens desperately need. When he enters the war, he does not simply fly in, burn a few tents, and leave. He becomes a strategic force, and that alone changes the rhythm of the conflict. The show has been deliberately laying the groundwork for Season 3 to explode into full-scale war. Dragons are dying. Kings are crumbling. Queens are sharpening their tempers. The realm is splitting apart faster than Alicent and Rhaenyra's friendship at a family dinner. So this missing Targaryen is not simply a fun puzzle piece for book readers. He is the difference between the Greens being a chaotic mess and the Greens becoming a dangerous threat again. Another thing fueling anticipation is that Daeron brings emotional weight the Greens desperately lack. Up until now, Green leadership has been a combination of panic, revenge, and extremely poor crisis management. Alicent is trying her best, but her sons are either useless, unstable, or ready to escalate every situation in a nuclear fallout. Daeron is the antidote to that chaos. He is the one child who does not make terrible decisions every time a fire is lit. Imagine the moment the show finally reveals him. Picture Hightower banners, Old Town architecture, and then a dragon shadow crawling across the city. Targaryen descending in a blaze of blue flame. and out steps Daeron, grown, focused, calm, with the energy of someone who actually paid attention in tutor lessons instead of carving his initials into the table. It has the potential to be one of the biggest introductions of the series. This brings us to the real source of excitement. The book readers know what Daeron is capable of. Show-only viewers do not. And that means Season 3 could use him as a dramatic surprise. Every major war story has a turning point, an unexpected player who suddenly shifts momentum. In the Dance of the Dragons, Daeron is that player. The Greens have been struggling. Their alliances are weakening. Their leadership is fighting internally. But Daeron represents new strength, new strategy, and a dragon that has not yet been traumatized by battle. The moment he joins the war, everything accelerates. And there is one more reason his introduction matters: the emotional collision it will cause within the Targaryen family. Daeron grew up away from the chaos, away from the escalating tension between Rhaenyra and Alicent's branches of the family. So when he eventually sees what his siblings have become, the corruption, the paranoia, the violence, it is going to hit him hard. He is loyal to his mother, but he is not blind. He values order, discipline, and honor. Watching him navigate loyalty versus morality could become one of the most compelling arcs of the season. And House of the Dragon loves nothing more than throwing morally complex characters into impossible situations. The greatest irony of Daeron's story is that while he is the calmest of his siblings, he rides one of the deadliest dragons. Targaryen is powerful, elegant, and visually stunning. Blue flames, blue scales, a creature so cinematic that fans have been begging to see her since episode 1. The show has been slowly unveiling dragons, each bigger and more intimidating, but Targaryen might steal the spotlight. And pairing her with a composed, strategic rider instead of someone with impulse control problems creates a combination that could reshape the battlefield. At the same time, Daeron's arrival raises uncomfortable. This is why fans have been impatient. It is not about another Targaryen being added to the roster. It is about what this specific Targaryen represents. He is the missing variable, the one player who turns a family feud into a legitimate war. The one dragon rider who brings discipline to chaos. The one child Alicent can point to and proudly say, "At least one of my sons understands consequences." In the end, House of the Dragon thrives on tension between what is expected and what is inevitable. Viewers expect Daeron to arrive. The war narrative requires him. And when he finally does, Season 3 will feel as though it has been holding its breath for 2 seasons and is finally ready to exhale fire. Thank you for watching.